Welcome to another episode of Lazy Susan Fusion, the show where we combine classic cuisines with iconic dishes to create an all-new fusion recipe. I'm starving, but I don't know what we're cooking, so let's spin the Lazy Susans to find out. This week's recipe will be a Thai dumpling, or dumplings. Probably make more than one.
Thai food. Let's start with a hard fact. Everybody loves Thai food. Don't believe me? Next time you're out with your friends and you can't decide what you're gonna eat, just suggest, what about Thai food? And watch how they respond. You can go for anything, whatever you guys are feeling.
You know me, I'm flexible.
As long as it's close, that's fine for me.
Factory
What
has
about
everything.
Thai food?
Yep.
Thai sounds good to me.
I like Thai food.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's
That's
a great
perfect.
idea.
Yeah, that's
great.
You're so smart.
I love you. I love Thai food.
That's because Thai food has everything. Sweet, savory, spicy, sour, hot, cold, drinks, dessert, noodles, rice. But there's one Thai dish that is the king among Thai dishes, and that is the intensely craveable and infinitely customizable Pad Thai. Despite its popularity, Pad Thai is actually a pretty recent recipe. It was invented in 1938 by this guy,
แปลกพิบูลสงคราม
who was the first prime minister of what is modern-day Thailand. As part of a national pride initiative,
แปลกพิบูลสงคราม
created things like a national anthem, the actual name of the country, Thailand, and an odd initiative to wear more hats, or wear hats more. But I would speculate that it is Pad Thai that helped unify the diverse regions of Siam and is the reason that Thailand was never colonized while all of its neighbors were. It wasn't until World War II and the subsequent rice shortage that followed that Pad Thai's popularity exploded, because by processing the rice kernels into rice noodles, the Thai people were able to get 2 times the bang for their baht. That was just the first time Pad Thai saved us, because in March 2020, when the world stopped and we all realized how bad our home cooking actually was, Pad Thai stepped up again as the #1 most ordered delivery dish during the pandemic. So, I'm gonna show Pad Thai the respect it deserves and put it into a dumpling. Dumplings can come in all shapes and sizes. They can be small and sweet, fluffy and savory, or chewy and moist. They can even be giant Russian men who slap you in the face until you pass out. But I'm gonna shoot for something more simple. This guy, the dumpling emoji. But would this be Lazy Susan Fusion if I just made Pad Thai and put it into a dumpling? No. It would be lazy, but I'm not lazy. You deserve better. We deserve better.
แปลกพิบูลสงคราม
Deserves better. That's why I'm gonna use a spring roll wrapper for my Thai dumpling. And like Thai spring rolls, I'm not gonna steam, bake, or boil these dumplings. I'm gonna fry them. But first, we need to make our Pad Thai filling. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is hydrate your rice noodles. So take a pack of vermicelli noodles, cover them in boiling water for 3 minutes, and then strain them. Next, you wanna make your Pad Thai sauce. For my sauce, I used 4 ounces of tamarind pulp that I hydrated with 1 cup of boiling water. You can use tamarind paste instead, it'll probably be easier, but the woman who owns the Thai grocery store near me did recommend the pulp, and you always listen to the woman at the grocery store. If you don't live near a Thai grocery store and have a friendly neighborhood Thai woman to help guide you, don't worry. Just take a 2-day trek into the Amazon, and you'll find all the special ingredients you need for this recipe. Once hydrated, I added 2 teaspoons of lime juice, 2 teaspoons of chili sauce, 4 tablespoons of fish sauce, and 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. Some recipes online will call for oyster sauce, but oyster sauce in an authentic Pad Thai taboo. So I followed rule number 1 of cooking new foods, which is start with the authentic recipe and improvise from there. To finish the sauce, fry up 1 shallot, 6 cloves of garlic, and slowly melt, don't burn, 6 tablespoons of palm sugar. Combine everything and set it aside for later. This recipe makes about 5 servings of Pad Thai sauce, so just take the extra, put it in your fridge, and it'll keep for a couple weeks. You can have homemade Pad Thai in a pinch. Just add veg, protein, and noodles. Speaking of noodles, I know some of you are probably in the comments right now noodle shaming me for my tiny, thin vermicelli, but we are not making a Pad Thai. So I'm not using Pad Thai noodles. We're making a Pad Thai dumpling filling. So instead of using the flatter, thicker Pad Thai noodles that you would use for a Pad Thai or a Pad See Ew, I'm using the vermicelli rice noodles because those will break down easier when we put them through the meat grinder to make our dumpling filling. Speaking of meat grinders, I also used a ½ pound of ground chicken in this recipe rather than chunks of chicken, for the same reason. It'll break down better when it goes into a dumpling filling. To that, I added a tablespoon of sweet soy sauce and fried it up before mixing it with 1½ tablespoons of dried shrimp that I've made into a powder in a food processor. Add 1 cup of your homemade pad thai sauce, your hydrated noodles, 1 cup of bean sprouts, and a half cup of green onion, which I also broke down into small pieces to make it easier to fill the dumpling. Crack and fry 2 eggs and mix it all together. I wanted my pad thai to still have the peanut taste, but I didn't want hard and crunchy peanuts in my dumpling, so instead I added a tablespoon of peanut sauce before putting the whole thing into a meat grinder. If you don't have a meat grinder, you can just cut it up so that it's easier to spoon into your dumplings. At this point, it won't look like a pad thai anymore, but it should still taste like a pad thai, so give it a taste, and if you're satisfied, it's time to stuff some dumpies. As you can tell from the wrappers I used, the spring roll has taken a fusion journey of its own. What started in China was perfected in Vietnam and then exported to countries like Thailand and the Philippines, and even New York, where the filling stayed the same, but the wrappers changed to make the modern day egg roll. I cut the square wrappers into 3-inch circles and then began the long process of folding, crimping, coaxing, egg washing, pressing, stroking, begging, pleating with these wrappers until they stuck together. It took about 3 to 5 minutes per dumpling, but I was determined to make these things look like a dumpling for you. And where there's a why, there's a how. 1 hour and a mere 12 dumplings later, it was finally time to fry. Which brings us to Trig's trick of the trade. Most foods require you to deep fry them at about 350 degrees. But if you don't have a thermometer, or you don't want to deal with the dripping and the oil and the beeping and all of the stuff that comes with adding a piece of equipment, here's a little trick. Just add 1 kernel of popcorn to your cold oil, and in between 350 and 365, that kernel will pop, telling you it's precisely the right time to add your dumpling. And you get a little popcorn snack. Fry each dumpling for 20 to 30 seconds until just under golden brown, because the cooking will continue when it's out of the oil. Plate up with some sweet chili dipping sauce and enjoy your pad thai dumplings. Now, it may not look it because they're so small and cute, but this was a very difficult dish to make, and I can't wait to see how it tastes. Let's give it a go. These are crazy addicting. I'm gonna have one more and then tell you what I think. One more, but with the sauce this time. You gotta have the sauce. The sauce was good, but I think I prefer it. No, it's better with the sauce. It's funny, you don't think of pad thai as a particularly light dish, but when you just eat it in little bite-sized bits, it's actually pretty refreshing, and they go quick. It takes less time to eat all of the dumplings together than it does to just make one. And for that reason, no matter how craveable and delicious it is, I've got to put the Thai dumpling in last place for recipes on the show. I actually made some spring rolls with pad thai filling, and I can't even begin to explain how much easier it is to fold these as spring rolls than it is to make dumplings out of spring roll wrappers. Luckily, I did it so you don't have to. You can trust me on it. I learned the hard way, but my mistakes can save you time. If you still want to taste the dumplings, just make a pad thai spring roll instead. It's not a Thai dumpling, but the pad thai spring roll will save you lots of time that you can use to watch my other videos, like and subscribe, or combine 2 of your favorite foods to make a new recipe. If something goes wrong, remember, every problem has a solution. This is Lazy Susan Fusion.